I'm here with Janet Takahashi, who has some easy tips for lettering, right?
Right.
I'm super excited. What are we gonna do?
Well, we're gonna do, with the same pen, it's a brush pen, a watercolor brush pen, and we're gonna do the lettering and the flowers.
And two in one, I like it.
Yeah, so we're gonna do place cards,
Okay.
or cards. And what we're gonna use first is these gel pens, either clear or silver, because we don't have to use a pencil and erase it. So here I've already written out love, and you just use your own handwriting. You don't have to know calligraphy for this. And then we're going to use a water brush pen. So I've already started.
It's a watercolor brush pen, meaning there's no water actually in there, but it has that watercolor look where it's transparent, blendable, all that kind of stuff.
Exactly. So if we add water to it, it will activate it.
Oh, cool.
So I already started the lettering. On the downstroke, it's a heavier stroke, and then a lighter stroke on the upstroke.
So this is a great way to do what I would call like baby calligraphy, meaning you have the training wheels of the lines underneath, but you're still practicing that hard, like press hard to get the fat line, do lightly to get the thin line.
So did you see how I went back on it for the thin line?
I did.
Okay, and then I'm going to use a darker colored pen.
So you've picked two
for
different
highlight.
tones of pink.
Yes.
How do you pick your colors?
I'm just using the same color and the same family to highlight it.
Cool.
And then for the flowers, I'm going to use this darker pink.
Now, do you worry at all about reactivating? I know you said that this activates with water. Well, that flower's quite near to the text you've done. Are you at all worried about that?
I'm just going to be careful.
Okay.
So this is a water brush. So I'm going to squeeze some water out onto a palette. Like that. I'm going to use a rag. And then I'm just going to pull the color out.
Now you're working on top of watercolor paper, I noticed. Does that help?
Yes, it helps.
So that helps really the paint run, et cetera, so that you really can
You get a richer watercolor that way.
Yeah, I think paper matters. People often think that they can use anything, and for some projects that's true, but I think when you're working particularly with water, you want to really think about what you're using.
And then watch this. I'm going to actually take the brush, just for more intensity, and put it on the tip that way as well.
You know what I like about this is it means that you could travel, because I do a lot of traveling, and you could travel with just like a set of markers and a water brush and not have to actually take paints with you.
Yes, that's true. And then we're going to use the same color on a gel pen, and just very loosely.
Oh wow, I didn't know that you could use a gel pen right into a wet area. That's super cool. And that also has a little bit of sparkle in it, which is nice.
Exactly. So I want to show you another thing.
Yeah.
And that is on this particular one, it's in an oval. So I took an oval template, put the oval over it, and instead of using a pencil to draw the oval, I use a gel pen. And I just made about 6 or 8 dots around the outside in gel
so you
pen.
didn't do a line, you did dots.
Exactly, so it's a guide. And then I went in with my coloring brush, I painted around it, did the lettering on the inside, highlighted it, shaded it.
And I see actually here, I'm actually seeing, is this like 4 different colors? Because it looks like you have a light blue, a dark blue, a gray, and it's a silver
gray shadow
too.
Exactly. I put
Very cool.
This on top of it.
It just gives it a little bit of glitter.
A little sparkle.
Yeah. What girl doesn't like a little bit of sparkle?
And then I pre-did these borders. So now I could take this and put it against it and decide what color border I want.
Oh my gosh! So this is I thought this was actually like a project that you were going to put something in, but what you're saying is this is a tool that you're using to help you audition things. That's brilliant. I love that idea.
Yes. And then I pre-did another letter, just an initial, so you could do a monogram.
J for Julie. And I mean, I understand that it's also Janet, but still, we share the best letter in the alphabet.
There you go.
Cool. So you could do it so many different ways once you do that border. And actually, personally, if I made a border this pretty, I would take it, I would have it photocopied, and then you could cut it out and have a photo inside.
This is a great card.
It's a great card.
Yes,
this makes me think of Jane Austen, maybe. You could do all sorts of cool stuff. This is awesome. Thanks, Jen. And this was easy, as you promised. Super cool.